right, here we go. Hey everyone, Marvelous Pax here for another video. I think we're gonna have a good time with this one. I wanted to speculate the top 10 comics that Marvelous Pax, want to see on Vivi. So hope you enjoy, guys. This is the one I want to start off with first. I'm going to be going over a bunch of first appearance villains. Now, let's just put an asterisk to this. These are not, this list is my PC, what I want to see come into the app, and are not, none of these are, if it isn't an X-Men title, it's not on the list. So, first appearance of Wolverine, not going to find it. First appearance of Apocalypse, not on this list either, because those aren't, as you know, on X-Men covers. First appearance of Wolverine is a famous Hulk 181 book. So uh, let's start with my list. For this one, this is X-Men 12 cent cover. Clearly a Silver Age book. Beautiful art here. I love this. I love this cover. This is a classic cover, and it's first appearance of none other than Juggernaut, the unstoppable, Juggernaut. So Juggernaut is half brother of Professor X, and you can see Professor Xavier is absolutely terrified of Juggernaut. So yeah, Juggernaut wears this helmet to protect himself from Professor X, to keep him from invading his mind. Juggernaut is not a mutant. He's actually gets mystic powers, and he despises mutants. Really, he calls them puny. Like they cannot hang with his level. So I had to throw in Juggernaut, X-Men number 12. I'm not going over values. Y'all can do your own research on values. To me, this is a Silver Age first appearance key villain. Villains usually don't do as well as heroes, but this book is awesome. I love it. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. This is a great book. I mean, what can I say? I have one myself right here, 9.8. Thank you again to the Secret Santa for helping me get this. Um, Beautiful art by Jim Lee. You can see by the four variation of the covers. I think this would be perfect for Vivi. I mean, look at that. You can have a shot at hitting the common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. And who wouldn't want all of these? You'd want to buy them all. You'd want all editions. I hope that they do not do exclusive covers. I hope when they drop this book that we get all of these covers, because as you can see, they connect. They're connecting covers, and it's a battle sequence of the X-Men team. Art by Jim Lee. Again, look at that Psylocke art, that Rogue art. I love this middle cover. I love the brown suit Wolverine and Cyclops together. And all of four of these covers are badass, especially Magneto getting his, cover to himself. This is like one of the biggest sold comic books in the history of comic books. I think this sold over like 4 million copies in the 90s when they were overprinting everything, cards, comics, you name it. I love this cover though. So to me, the fact that a 9.8 you can get it newsstand for, you pay a pretty penny, but for a 9.8, you know, uh, this book is very affordable, but I can see Vivi making this very hard to get, very rare, very exclusive, 10,000 edition size. And the fact that there would only be 10,000 digital of these, and even less because each cover would be less editions. Yeah, people are going to want this book for sure. The fact that this sold 4 million, all of y'all recognize this cover for sure. This is a famous, very popular X-Men reboot that really got it going. And then, of course, the 90s show kicked it off even more. For my next book, ooh, man, this is another Silver Age goodness. I mean, look how cool this, like, just this logo right here. You could see this square being like the rare or ultra rare. My bad, ultra rare because it's colored. Or them doing an exclusive one, but I can totally see them using just this to make a cover in itself for this book. X-Men number 14, first appearance of the Sentinel. I mean, this is the Sentinels. Night of the Sentinels was the first episode in the animated series. I had to put the Sentinels in here. I think the cover looks gorgeous. The red helps these characters pop. You see the classic original team right here. Dope, dope, dope book. I just can't wait for that to drop on Vivi. Another villain, of course. I'm gonna go with a third villain. Keep the villain streak going. And this cover is just gorgeous. Again, another 90s book. You can see by the dollar US here on the corner box. This is number 4, X-Men 4 from the 90s. Jim Lee art, spectacular art of, I mean, I think he does Gambit, Psylocke, Rogue. Like he did them in a way that now they become cult. They have such huge cult followings for their characters in the X-Men team. I just love this cover. Love the way Jubilee looks, super 90s with you know, the kind of art we're used to seeing from the animated show. Wolverine right here and Omega Red. All you see is Red's hands, and this is his first appearance of Omega Red. Art that I can only see done by Jim Lee. Whenever I see any other Omega Reds, I think of Jim Lee's original Omega Red. So I had to put this cover in there. I think it would be awesome to have this be very limited, you know, because obviously in the real world, this isn't a hard book to find, but definitely valuable because of the key character first appearance and, of course, the characters and art that are on the cover. Just make this book stand out, in my opinion. Let's go to a big book. Now, this is a big, huge book for the history of the X-Men. When they rebooted the X-Men and did this cover, this 50 cent cover, this 70s, this Bronze Age goodness, this is the team that I know of the X-Men. Now you have the original team silhouetted in the background, beautiful white cover, white background cover, and then you have the new team just breaking through the art. Got Wolverine, first appearance of Storm, first appearance of Colossus, first appearance of Warpath, first appearance of Nightcrawler. That's a lot of first appearances of some big key heroes that, you know, we already have Storm in the app. I'm excited for this book to arrive. I will definitely can see this one being like a 20 gem book off drop because yeah, based on the way the market is and everything that Vivi's doing, I hope this drops soon because I'm selfishly wanting to get it cheap because I'm not as lucky hitting on the drop. So if I can get this one, oh man, before the market starts going up and things, you know, the way things are with the X-Men in the MCU, we're not really fully getting them till phase 6 or even further. I mean, who knows when they're going to drop these books. So I'm kind of like, oh man, I'd love to get it in this market. So I really can't wait for this drop. I mean, I want to get like that book for sure. Where did I leave off? Oh yes, we did all those. Let's go with X-Men 1. Let's just get this big grail out of the way. This has always, in my mind, been $1 million plus book. This is the number one, the issue that started it off. First appearance of the original team, the original X-Men, Angel, Beast, you know, Miss Marvel at the time before she became Jean Grey, Cyclops, Iceman. Now, who are they fighting? This is the biggest FA villain of them all, Magneto. Yeah, buddy. Cannot wait for this book. X-Men 1, 12-cent Silver Age goodness. Oh, man. Kirby and Stan Lee, you know, what else needs to be said? That's just going to be a huge drop. And I can see them using, yeah, again, the corner icon. And obviously, I hope the SR is Magneto because, yeah, he deserves that being pulled from the panels to use a SR Magneto. That would be dope. Let's go with this one. This one, maybe y'all don't really know the first appearance character right away. It's a villain. It's a very powerful villain, Brood, the alien Brood. So, Brood, Uncanny X-Men 155, had to show it some love. I love how Wolverine is standing over behind Cyclops, looking like he's really pissed off and he wants to take out his claws for revenge. Storm is crying, of course, seeing Colossus down. You know, he's not in his metal form, so he almost looks like he's been killed. Just a cool cover. Not the biggest first appearance villain, but still, for me, I'd love to get, you know, this in the app. I just think I've always liked the cover, and I felt it was really cool. This cover stands out to me artistically as well. This Silver Age book, X-Men number 50, this is like the first cover art of Polaris, and she's just I mean, you have the art done beautifully by Steranko. It's just a cover that stands out. The color, everything about this book is just really pretty. I really like it. I love how they silhouette with the green in the back, and her using her powers. It's just, yeah, it's just a stunning cover. Really puts Polaris. It's just an iconic image of her. So definitely wanted to add this to my list because sometimes it's not always about the first appearances. There's some iconic X-Men covers and X-Men books out there. Now, the first appearance of Phoenix is great. It's a beautiful cover. Look at that. I mean, her bursting out from the water and they're overcome. But I really am a sucker for uh, the Dark Phoenix saga. So we're talking Uncanny X-Men 134 through 136. And this is my favorite cover I picked out of the few books. I hope we get all those books like a celebration of like the Phoenix saga. Hope we get the first appearance of Phoenix and then the first appearance of Dark Phoenix. And yeah, this, I mean, this cover just, it really is beautiful, and just it just tells you a lot in just the cover. Like a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, this tells a whole story. So I've always enjoyed this cover, this Bronze Age story. The Chris Claremont run of the Uncanny X-Men is a beautiful run, and I expect we'll get all the books from the Uncanny X-Men run, even the ones that aren't as valuable, because I think people, collectors, when they come here, are gonna want the full. They're gonna want the full run to be able to read, display, not just display the covers, but also display the storylines. Because when you're able to like create, you'll be able to create like so much with wrapping around like the Avenger Tower, the full Claremont run or Avengers run, because then that would make more sense. Like with the X-Men, say we get the mansion, Charles Xavier, Professor X mansion, then that would be sick to see like the dark, the to see like it coming out of the basketball court and fly. The Yeah, man, the X-Men wing, the X-wing, it'd just be sick, man. So definitely can't wait for some of these books. Can't wait for X-Men 97 to continue and come in. X-Men 97, of course, being the animated show. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Um, I hope you enjoyed. I mean, these books, look them up. Look up the values if you want. I didn't want to do values because for me that's just not my thing. Like as a collector, I just kind of have always like looked more for the importance of the story, and usually those speak for itself in terms of value. And also, yeah, of course, the covers. There's beautiful covers out there, and there's a lot more X-Men books that I didn't mention that even I own. That I just love the artwork and cover, and they don't really have necessarily as much value. But I wanted to try and pick some books that had the importance tied to it. So I went with some of these FAs, which carry weight out there in the physical collecting world. So I think they're going to be fun drops when they come on VV. Obviously, I'm excited that there's still so many more big books to come. I haven't even touched on other teams. I hope to do other videos for other characters I missed that come from other books. If you guys have any stuff you guys want to see, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell. I will be trying to do more content. Having a little one and a big family, it gets in the way, but I am in Twitter Spaces a lot because it's easier to be on mute and not on camera with a noisy child. So feel free to reach out to me at mpax on Twitter and on Instagram, marvelous_packs. I plan to open some fun packs, some HRO packs, some Disney packs from 1995, Disney Premium set, and of course some Marvel goodness. Cannot have some Marvel packs to open. So if you like that kind of stuff, you'll want to hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the fam. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care and enjoy collecting.